Today we have Asus Vivobook 17-inch laptop. It's an F1704 series. It's an Intel Core i5 13th gen laptop with full HD screen. Let's take it apart. Let's see what we can fix, replace or upgrade. Start with bottom screws. I use regular Phillips screwdriver. Make sure to take out all the screws. Once you are done, now we have to separate the bottom case from the Palmrest. So find a gap where you can put your tool in. And use only plastic tool, otherwise you can scrap the other parts. Okay, and the bottom is out. Here, that's our part number. Now we can have access to all the components. So start with disconnecting the battery, slide that clip up, and now we can disconnect it. Now we can take out the screws and pull out the battery. So if the battery doesn't hold the charge or it's swollen, you can replace it. So here we have the model number for the battery. Now we can see our motherboards with all the components. So that's our RAM memory slot. If the RAM doesn't work or you would like to upgrade it, you can replace it. Spread those arms and this is how we can take it out. That's the DDR4 memory. Here, that's our storage. So if your laptop doesn't boot and tells you there is no boot device, or you would like to upgrade storage to the bigger one, this is how you can do it. Take out this one screw and slide out the drive. That's the NVMe SSD drive. Here, that's our Wi-Fi card. So if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, you can replace this card. Gently disconnect the antenna wires. And now take out the screw. And you can pull out the card. Look for the model number on the actual card. Here, that's our heatsink. If your laptop overheats and you would like to add cooling paste between the heatsink and the processor, or if the heatsink is bent or clogged with hair, this is when you would like to replace it. So unscrew these screws. And now gently lift the heatsink. Be careful, don't bend it. If you bend it, it won't work anymore. So that's the heatsink. Here we have the part number. And here we can see our processor. The processor is soldered on the motherboard. So if it doesn't work, you have to replace the motherboard. Here, that's our cooling fan. So if the fan doesn't spin, or laptop overheats, or the fan is clogged with hair, or it's making grinding noise, then you would like to replace it. So unscrew these screws. Make sure antenna wires are not in your way. Okay. And disconnect it from the motherboard. And that's our fan. Here we have the part number. Okay, so those are our speakers. So if the sound is bad, you can replace your speakers. There is no screws, just rubber grommets, so gently take out the speaker and disconnect from the motherboard. And here we have the part number. Alright, now let's pull out our motherboard and the I/O board. So they both covered with by the hinges. So let's take out the screws for the hinges. Now gently unfold the hinges so they don't cover our boards anymore. Now let's continue with taking out the I/O board. So disconnect it from the motherboard, flip this retaining clip. Now we can pull out the connector. I usually close those clips, otherwise you can break them later. Okay, so that's our I/O board with our USB port. So if that port doesn't work, you can replace just this board. And that's our motherboard. So disconnect all the remaining connectors like the keyboard and the touchpad. That's our video cable for the screen. Slide it out. Now let's take out the screws. One more connector here. Okay, now we should be able to take out the motherboard. So that's the motherboard with the processor. Part of the RAM is soldered on the motherboard, but there is still one slot available. Look for the part number on the sticker. That's our Palmrest keyboard touchpad assembly. Let's see if we can replace just the touchpad. Yeah, we should be able. Let's take out these screws on the top. Alright, and this so we can take out the touchpad. Look for the part numbers on those white stickers. As for the keyboard is riveted to the Palmrest, so we cannot replace it. If you need to replace the keyboard, you have to buy the whole Palmrest keyboard assembly like that. And if you need parts, check gotlaptopparts.com. And here, that's our screen. The screen is very fragile, usually sold in one piece. Like if you try to take it out, you're risking breaking the LCD. So look for the screen on eBay or gotlaptopparts.com. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.